In this video, I'm going to show you how to switch out our third-person character of Ethan for your own character that you make in Character Generator. Now, this is a different scene than the ones that I've included for you in Mission 433, and I'm going to make a little package and put it up inside Berkeley so that if you want to use this, you can, just as a place to start. I'm going to give you this starting place that we have right here, third pickup GUI.unity. Well, it won't be .unity, it'll be the package, but I'll call it something like that. Okay, so what we have here is a third-person character game object. Each one of these things here in your hierarchy is a game object. Sometimes you make an empty one so you can put stuff under it, but this one is the third-person character. And if we look over here, we'll see all the scripty goodness that's on here, and also the physics as well. So we've got a capsule collider on here and rigid body, and that's what makes it so our friend Ethan here doesn't fall through the terrain, and when he crashes into or walks into or picks up our exciting pickup cubes here, that he can have a physical interaction with them. He's a third-person character script which controls his jump power, his air speed, and various things like that. Each one of these fields is named in the script as a public variable, which means that you can change it in here in the inspector. If it were a private variable, you'd have to go into the script and change it. So it's one way of making it easier for the designer to go in and make changes without having to deal with the script. No, that's just something to know. We've got a third-person user control script, look in camera direction. We have an animator, and we have a player controller script. Now, this player controller script is the same script that is in that level 2 in the spaceship level, where you pick up all 31 of those objects with the elements of game design on them. And as long as an object has a collider on it and it has isTrigger checked, I'm going to show you that in a moment, and it has the tag of pickup, also we'll show you in a moment, then it will add to the count, which is in this GUI text field over here. And then when we get to whatever number you put in the script, and this is not as a public variable, I mean, I could have done it that way, but I'd like you to go into a script and see what there is to see and be able to change something, even if it's as minimal as the number, and then what you want it to say. Maybe you don't want it to say congratulations. I mean, I think that's just about the most boring thing you could have it say. So you could change it to something else, right? If you change the script in one place and you use it someplace else, you will also change it someplace else. So you may want to make a different copy of the script, call it something else, and then you can use it that way. If you do that, talk to me, because I just want to check some things with you. Okay, so let's see what happens. Oh, the other thing that we have on Ethan is we have a free look camera rig, and this is a nicer, I think, camera than just like a mouse look. So let's see what happens. So here we have Ethan. We can see his collider. I'm going to maximize on play. Okay, so you can see what I mean by this free look. We can look up, we can look around. Okay, and we can see, I'm bringing my mouse over here and also turning him around in kind of a crazy way, that the count has gone up to 2 because he's picked up our 2 objects. Okay, way to go, Ethan. But we don't want Ethan. We're going to reject Ethan. So this is not hard to do. You just have to do it in a certain order, right? So the first thing you would do is you would be in Character Generator. You would have your characters here. You would generate them, which is how you get to here. To here, go to your generated characters. Yes, and then you would download them, and I've already done all that. So then you have a folder that you've downloaded, and it's going to be called whatever your character is called. Mine's High Kick Gal. And so I click on High Kick Gal. Oops, so it'll be like this. I click on High Kick Gal, and I have a rig, a Unity, High Kick Gal Unity import settings, an avatar definition, and a rig. And so I need to actually go through this process, even though it's really kind of done. So I want it to be humanoid. Right? I want to create from this model. And I just want to hit configure. It's going to say, do I want to save things? I do want to save things. And what you're going to see is we go into this other window, and we can still use all of our usual controls to look around, and we see the skeleton. And this is how 3D models are rigged with a skeleton and with muscles, so that animations can move them. So this is pretty cool stuff. We're not going to go into detail with it at all. We're just going to use the wonders of Autodesk Character Generator and the mechanism system and the assets that are already set up for us with the sample assets on Ethan, and just go. But basically, we're going to accept all of these things because we see that when we go for hips, that over here we actually have hips over here, and everything is done in the right way because that's the way Autodesk has done it. So we click done over here, and now I can take Hi Kick Gal. We say thank you, Ethan, for your service, and we're just going to get rid of him. That's okay. We want to get rid of him first. We want to take Hi Kick Gal and we want to drag her into the hierarchy under third person character. Okay, so now when we go to third person character, wow, we have all the same stuff that was under Ethan. Now we've put her under that same category, so she's controlled by it. So let's see if that worked. And it should. I don't know why it wouldn't. Let's see what happens. Okay, so yep, she's standing around. Oh, her hair is in the way. We can barely glimpse her face. Well, she's got a face, theoretically. Okay. And let's see what happens. We have her run, and her collider must be working well enough, and everything is good. I am going to show you, while we're looking at this, just about that pickup cube, just to go over that, how that works. So in your pickup cube, you have a cube, and that's your cube. It's under an empty kind of game object that has the box collider on it, is trigger, right? And it is tagged with pickup. But you can figure that out. You could also bring in another object if you wanted to, like what else do I have in here? Oh, like this prop. Some of these things probably have stuff on it, but if I wanted to bring in this thing here and put it over, whoops, I'm gonna put it in front of her, off to the side. Let's see if we can get her to walk over to this thing, and I could add onto this if I wanted to. I could tag it as pickup. I could add as a component. Add component. I would add box collider. I would add is trigger. Now let's see what happens. Let's see if we can make that be part of the count as well. So let's see, Hi Kick Gal. There we go, nice.